Welcome to Dig Deep, the mining podcast. In this podcast, we go deep into mining news, hot topics, and live interviews with mining professionals and leading figures in the mining industry. Introducing your host, Rob Tyson, founder and director of Mining International and Mining International Executive, a leading global mining recruitment and headhunting agency.
Hi mining community, welcome back to another episode of the Dig Deep, the mining podcast. And today's guest is Wilson Monteiro, who's a global business line manager for Gearless Mill Drives at ABB, who are a leading provider of technologies and solutions for various industries such as mining, in terms of motion, process and robotics. Wilson's on the podcast today to tell us a little bit about ABB, gearless technology, predictive maintenance, automation, digitalisation, and much more around the process and technology space within our industry. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Hawcroft, who are leaders in property risk management in the mining industry since 1992. They offer insurance risk surveys, construction risk reviews, and asset criticality assessments and more. They work across 600 sites globally and support all areas of mining and mineral extraction. So if you're looking for property risk insurance risk management services, then please visit their website at www.hawcroft.com, and all the details are in our show notes. Wilson, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing?
Cheers, Rob. I'm doing really well. Thanks. Great to be here and have a good natter with you.
Yeah, good. And I know you're an active listener to the podcast, so you know how it goes. I wonder if you can just tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your career, how your career's developed, how you got into mining, etc. So the audience knows a little bit about yourself.
Okay, sure, thanks. I am an electrical engineer with focus on electronics. I actually did my post-graduation in automation and artificial intelligence back in 1992. Let's say it was the great-grandfather of today's AI, okay? I started at ABB as an intern in 1989, 1 year after the creation of ABB. ABB was ASEA, Swedish, and Brown Boveri, Swiss, and it was merged in 1988. Then I started as an intern in 1989. At that time, I was doing engineering and training, but because I used to talk a lot, they figured I would be better off in sales. Then I moved to sales. After 4 years, I got an offer from a competitor, Fox Bottle, to work in oil and gas automation. Then I spent a good chunk of time there. Then ABB brought me back to lead the oil and gas business in Brazil almost 4 years later. After almost 4 years, that led to managing ABB's service unit across Latin America, which I didn't expect to enjoy, to be honest. I was more like a tech guy, but I turned out to be one of the most enriching experience. Service folks are built different, loads of respect to them. Then, after this phase in service, I decided to leave ABB, and I took a bit of a detour. I joined Philips, the Dutch company, to lead the healthcare division in Brazil. Then I worked with the MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, CTs, tomography, ultrasound. Then I spent a lot of time in hospitals and clinics. And then, after 4 years later, I returned for the third time to ABB again, this time to head M&A in Latin America. After 2 years in M&A and facing a great resistance from the organization to acquisitions in the region, I was invited to participate in a major cultural transformation or cultural restructuring in the region. I took on the HR position for Latin America. And for nearly 5 years, we carried out a very major transformation in the region. After that, I was keen to get back into business And as a normal husband, my wife helped me with the decision, and I became the country manager for ABB in Peru. Amazing role. I loved the experience, and I used to say that today I am a bit Peruvian. Okay, then I initiated there my closer contact with mining. Then, after 4 years there, I came back to Brazil to lead our process industry division for Latin America. And shortly after, I was given the opportunity to lead the Gearless Mill Drive business globally, which is where I am now. The funny bit in this area is that when I say I lead the GMD, most people have no idea what that is. The best test is when you try to explain what you do to your mother, okay? Then it's the used to be the critical part. But in simple terms, GMD is a massive electrical motor. Everyone's seen an electrical motor probably in your life. There's the external part, that's the stator. You have a rotor internally, and internally to the rotor, you have the shaft. In a GMD, the mill itself is the shaft, a hollow shaft. Then there is no gearbox, no coupling, it's direct drive. That makes it super efficient and reliable. But is usually when somebody asks me what I used to do, I used to say, you go to a mining, look the largest equipment there, probably will be the equipment that I'm responsible for.
Right, okay. Thank you for giving us an overview of your career. I wonder if you just tell us a little bit about ABB as an organisation, and then just, I suppose, going a little bit more detail around the division that you manage, obviously the Gearless Mill Drives. So I just wanted to give us an overview of the company.
Yes, ABB basically is a company that is strongly focused on electrification and automation. Okay, then most of our areas, our business globally is surrounding electrification and automation, and now with a very high content of digital. In my case, leading the GMD business, what we used to do is mainly provide solutions for the grinding area in mining. Then in grinding, typically, mainly in copper, that's considered a hard ore, you need to use probably GMD to process that. Usually in this area, you can have basically three different equipments. What you call by GMD, the RMD or ring geared mill drive, and the HPDR that are high pressure rolls. Okay, then you have these three types of equipment, and depending of the design of the grinding area, you are going to select one or other. Today, the GMD is much more applied for large production. Then, mainly now that the grade is dropping globally, we have a tendency to grow the size of the mills. Then, to process this more large amount of ore, you need to have bigger equipment, and probably GMD will be the best solution.
The mining industry is under pressure to deliver more with obviously less downtime, less emissions, tighter margins, and the list goes on. Why is uptime becoming such a strategic focus for the sector in 2025, particularly when it comes to mineral processing?
Well, I think the question sort of answer itself. Uptime used to be all about profit. Today, it's about sustainability too. This machine, for instance, run round the clock, often in very harsh environment. Even a small hiccup, a short stop, can mean millions in lost production. Keep them running is not just about output. It means you are getting the most out of your existing asset, which ties straight into your decarbonization goals. Then you keep running a machine is also connected with the decarbonization, because when you stop the machine and when you restart the machine during this process, you have a much more CO2 emission. Then keeping the uptime high, okay, in a certain way, you have directly influence in the decarbonization process. Taking our GMD, for example, they are around 3.6% more energy efficient than other technologies, like the RMD, the ring geared mill drive I have mentioned, or the HPGR, high pressure grinding rolls. 3.6% sounds small, maybe, but when you got over 150 of these machines running globally, today our installed base is more than 150 machines, that efficiency adds up. Replacing them with less efficient technology like RMD or HPDR, okay, would means the same as putting something between 40,000 to 89,000 extra cars on the road in terms of CO2. So yes, uptime, energy efficient, and sustainability are all part of the same puzzle today.
ABB's recent report, Unleashing the Power of Gearless Technology, highlighted the critical role of GMDs in obviously decarbonising mining operations. Can you explain some of the key findings of the actual report and how GMDs are helping the industry meet the sustainability goals?
Oh, great question, Rob. The report really underscore how grind is one of the most energy intensive parts of the mining. Usually it is around 40% of plant's energy use. GMGs cut out mechanical losses because there is no gearbox or coupling, as I have explained before. As I explained, you can see that the mill is the shaft itself. There's no coupling, no gearbox like you have in other technologies. That alone gives you up to 3.6% energy savings, and it at the end the calculation the impact of this 3.6% is very high. But there's more. GMD also supports larger mills more than any other technology. When you go for other technology, you need to go in a size of a mill that today is not according the trend because of the downgrade of the grades, the ore grades. Then the GMD can provide to you larger mills. Other point, the design, the flexibility of the design, it can adjust for any kind of plant. And with ABB digital tools, remote diagnostic, real-time monitoring, even virtual reality-based support, we are moving towards predictive and prescriptive maintenance. One example is Atalaya's Rio Tinto mine. After we installed the GMD there, they boosted their output from 5 to almost 16 million tons per year. That is huge. So yes, GMD aren't just a tech upgrade. They are an enabler for sustainable mining, okay? But mainly because of this energy efficiency that we used to provide.
The shift towards integrated electrification, automation, and digitalisation is seen as essential for obviously the mining sector. What does a truly integrated approach look like in practice? Obviously, particularly with regards to GMDs, and how does it drive long-term transformation in mining operations?
I believe that mainly in practice it means fewer people on site, safer operations, and the system talking to each other. I believe that these 3 points is very important. Okay. Then mining happens in remote, often dangerous place, high altitude, extreme cold. It's tough to find skilled workers willing to live in those conditions, week in, week out. So there is a big push towards autonomous mining. You can take, for instance, Tech Quebrada Blanca 2. It is 1,700 kilometers away from Santiago, but it's being operated from Santiago. That is integration in action, okay? For GMD, it means integrating electrical system, automation platform, and the digital layers. It becomes a smart system, not just a motor. You are getting live feedback, making real-time adjusting, and optimizing operation end-to-end. You, as an expert in this area of recruiting people globally, you know how it's difficult, for instance, to find people today that wish to work in a very high altitude, spending the week there, totally far from their family, okay? Then it's much easier, for instance, in this case of the Tech Quebrada Blanca 2. They have a fantastic, I wouldn't say operation room. It's much more a business operation room, okay? Where from Santiago, they are controlling the plant in 1,700 kilometers. It's much easier to find people, to select good people to work there than in the plant. Then, for this reason, I'm saying that today, this combination of fewer people on site, safer operation, and system integration is the key point.
Can you walk us through what predictive maintenance means in the context of mineral processing, and how AI-powered tools are changing what's possible?
Well, it's all about staying ahead of the curve. Traditional maintenance is reactive, or called as corrective maintenance. You fix it when it breaks. Preventive means you replace parts after X hours or a certain number of cycles, okay? And predictive use live data to warn when something is about to go wrong. For GMDs, that might be vibration trends, temperature spikes, things we can now catch early. But we are going further into prescriptive maintenance. That is AI-driven advice, telling you what to do and when to do. For example, if you have a system and the system knows a part needs changing in 2 weeks, but your shutdown is scheduled for 3 weeks, this intelligence, it might suggest tweaking the mill speed slightly to safely bridge this gap of 1 week, okay? That is exactly what our ABB GMD Copilot does, okay? And it's a game changer in the industry. We have started this new tool this year. It's in an evolving process, as all there are AI today in the market, okay? But this is exactly the point. Have something that can work supporting daily the operator, and work together, providing possible suggestions, indications, what to do to preserve the plant and extend the life of parts, okay, of the plant. Then it's really a game changer.
We often talk about technology from a cost-saving angle, but reliability can also have a big impact on safety, resource efficiency, and decision-making. How do the solutions you're working on today support mining leaders in balancing all of these, obviously, priorities?
Well, in my opinion, it's not cost versus reliability. They go hand in hand, okay? Reliable system means fewer unexpected shutdowns, which means fewer people exposure to risk conditions. less wasted energy and more stable output. Modern tech give us real-time data, early fault alerts, smarter control system, so mining leaders can make better, faster decisions. Yes, it saves money, but it also boosts safety and efficiency. That's at the end is a win-win process.
And lastly, and looking ahead, what shall mine operators and plant managers be thinking about when selecting technology partners or solutions? And what are the key questions they should be asking to ensure long-term reliability and alignment with their sustainability goals?
Well, in my opinion, they should be asking if it is solution reliable in tough environments is one point. Can it scale with our growth? Okay. Does it fit into our broader digital strategy? Okay. And maybe most importantly, how does it support our decarbonization targets? It's no longer about buying a product. It's about picking a long-term partner, someone who understands your challenge today and your ambition for tomorrow. The best partner comes with a vision and a roadmap. They help you make the most or what you are got and prepare for what's next. Because at the end of the day, you don't want a vendor, okay? You want someone who can go with you to the mining and understand exactly the mining concept. I believe that this is the main point. The connection between decarbonization with profitability and performance of the plant today is a challenge for mainly for all companies. People, they are trying to take actions that improve profitability and at the same time improve decarbonization. And I believe that at this moment we are in the center of this discussion, okay, trying to combine and show exactly how to do that.
Wilson, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you coming on the podcast, telling us a little bit about ABB and obviously talking about gearless technology. And obviously this can help improve maintenance and obviously automation and digitalisation. If our audience wants to reach out to you, if they have any questions, that they want to follow ABB, how can they go about doing that, and what social media channels and platforms are you on?
But before finishing here, Rob, I'd like to reverse the position a little. You are one of the world's leading expert on people in the mining industry, okay? Then why does the mining industry have a certain aversion to innovation? I have the perception that the mining industry is not known for being innovative, and you are a person that knows a lot people in the market segment. How do you see that?
Good question. And I suppose I don't always ask that kind of question to the people that I speak to. I suppose historically mining has always been an industry, and I've only been in the industry in mining industry for 15 years. It is slow to adopt change. And maybe that's because a lot of the people within the mining industry have been in the industry for many, many years, and they have tend to do what they've always done before because it works, and don't always and they always, I suppose, want to improve, but bringing in new technology, there's a reluctance to. I believe that they will have a change of heart as newer people come into the industry and people from different industries come into the mining industry. I believe there will be a slow change. However, I think there is a reluctance because if it's worked in the past, they tend to think it will work in the future. And I think that's why they tend to have a slow adoption to anything new coming into our industry, and have a less innovative way of doing things than maybe other industries. That's my take on that with the people that obviously that I speak to.
Yeah, because today I can see some companies that for me moves in with a different pattern in a different way from most of the companies in this market. Um, Tech Quebrada Blanca is one of them. For me today, they have the best, not only technology itself, but the best concept, the best approach for operating a mine. And the other company that caught my attention is Boliden in Sweden. Is here, and one suggestion for future interviews for you is exactly they are amazing. For me, is the most innovative company in the mining sector that I know is Boliden. They really take risk for try new things, try new approaches. Then I really like work with them. But thank you for the invitation. I really like the participation here, Andy. Hope maybe next time together.
Yes, certainly, certainly. And we'll include the show notes in the show notes, your social media channel, and obviously ABB's website. So if any of our audience wants to reach out to you and have any particular questions around obviously what's been discussed, hopefully they can reach out to you and you can answer any of their queries.
Yes, everyone can go to our website there. There they have ways to contact us, and it comes with any questions. Then it'll be a pleasure to answer anyone.
Yeah, great. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed that episode. A little bit different in terms of talking about obviously automation and obviously talking about new technologies. And as Wilson did allude to at the end, I suppose the mining industry is slow to change, but hopefully our industry is looking at more technology and looking at way of changing. And obviously Wilson's just alluded to a lot there within the processing field. So please reach out to him if you have any questions, and hopefully he can answer them. So thank you for listening. Appreciate your continued support. And until next time, happy mining.
Thank you for listening. Remember to reach out to Rob via the show notes and be sure to subscribe and leave a review. Until next time, happy mining, helping each other to improve the mining industry.